Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hold on, let me get to my live chat. Get it up here. Crap. Hold on, guys. Melanie, Sherilyn, Linda K, Hibiscus. Good morning, coffee family. I hope everybody had a great day yesterday. I'm trying to see what today's date is. Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Okay, so tomorrow night, guys, we're going to have a members only stream. Probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. I'm going to set it up when I get off here. So this morning I was looking through the true crime news and I saw that Brian Laundrie's parents have put their house up for sale. I know that's not like really big news, but I mean, crap, they wrote an article about it. I'd say they don't have any choice but to move. I mean, if I was them, I would move too. Let's get this shared. Melanie, sounds fun. Melanie, I would move too. Yeah, me too. I mean, imagine what all the neighbors think about them. They probably don't even speak to them. They're probably like shunned, like, they do in the Amish community and they shun you. My problem with them, I didn't agree with the protesters outside of their house acting, like crazy and stuff. But my problem with them is they didn't answer Gabby's mom's text when she was looking for Gabby. I mean, how could you do that? How could you just ignore her pleas, cries, to want to know where her daughter's at? I don't get that. They remind me of the Watts family. What in the crap? What kind of video is that playing? Hold on a minute. I want to go back to my chat in a minute. Oh, for sure. And all the protesters, yeah. Well, a lot of them there, that went there, YouTubers, they weren't there for the right reasons. They was there, to make a fool out of themselves and to get views and get super chats. It's disgusting. And here's another thing, the protesters standing outside the house, that's not going to get them to talk, and it didn't get them to talk. It made them just like totally closed down. Now, maybe if they hadn't acted crazy outside the house, they might have come out and gave a statement at some point. Maybe not. But, they damn sure weren't going to when people was out there acting crazy. Yeah, who does that? It takes a cold-hearted, person. There is no way Timothy's little girlfriend's parents was looking for that I could just ignore, those texts and stuff. Let's see what this says. Brian Laundrie's parents appear to be looking to move on from their Florida home. The parents put up for sale signs in the front yard of the Northport, Florida house that was swarmed for weeks by people wanting answers from Laundrie, who was the sole suspect in Gabby Petito's death after she was discovered just out of Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. Hold on, I had to get a drink of coffee. Chris and Roberta Laundrie's house was the site of an intense scrutiny during the case from both media and authorities. Brian Laundrie returned home from his doomed road trip with without Gabby in early September, and it was the last place he was seen before his partial skeletal remains were discovered in a nearby park in October. Brian died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, and the family's lawyer revealed last week. The attorney, Steve Bertolino, said the gun was taken from his parents' home. Neither the family's attorney nor the FBI had previously mentioned the involvement of a firearm. Well, no trespassing, for sale signs. While law enforcement was at the Laundrie home on September 17th to complete the missing persons report for Brian, we volunteered to surrender all guns in the home to avoid any possible issue going forward, Bertolino said. While retrieving and taking inventory of the guns, it was realized one pistol was missing, he said. And look, there's his parents. Brian Laundrie's parents, Chris and Roberta, are seen going on a mysterious trip to the woods in Northport, Florida on November 30th, 2021. I mean, what's so damn mysterious about that? It's probably where Brian died at. Maybe they was going there, to pay their respects or something. Who knows? People make a mountain out of a molehill. They really do. Okay, there they are. The Laundrie family was closely watched throughout the tragic saga as protesters and critics online parroted unproven claims that the parents had a role in helping their son hide from the police. I mean, I theorized that they might have been helping him too. Some of the family's neighbors were reportedly renting out space in their yards to the media, charging up to $3,500 a week for a spot to camp out across the street. Now I reckon the neighbor lives right beside of them, where the news media had the tent set up in the yard and stuff. They were getting paid $3,500 a week for letting them set up in their yard. Okay, that's called exploitation. It was Chris, 62, Roberta, 55, who ultimately led authorities to their son's remains less than 90 minutes after entering I can't say that word, the environmental park to help the search. Well, I thought that don't sound right. I thought that I read that as soon as they opened up the environmental, I cannot talk this morning, park, um, they went they went to help search and they found a bag there of Chris's, a dry bag, right? And Chris Laundrie, gets the FBI guy and shows it to him, and then the FBI informs him that they had found skeletal remains there a few days prior. Am I right or am I wrong? Okay. The couple was seen walking through those same woods on Tuesday in their first outing since their son's death was ruled a suicide. Pictures obtained by the Post showing them holding hands on a trail in the 168-acre park. The two have not faced any charges despite conspiracy theories all over the internet. Bertolino has continually dismissed any speculation that the Laundries were involved in the two deaths or in any kind of cover up. Laundrie grew up in Long Island with Gabby, where the two met. His parents later moved to Florida sometime around 2017. Brian and Gabby moved into his parents' home in 2019. Popular real estate sites like Zillow and Realtor don't currently list the house for sale, but estimate it's worth somewhere between $210,000 and $340,000. The house, which the Laundries reportedly also use as their juicing business headquarters, sits on a 10,000 square foot lot. Hey, they got a juicing business? What kind of juicing business they got? Like orange juice? That's gotta suck. You can't even go to the store or anything. People's in there snapping pictures of you. I mean, now, after everything's all said and done, I don't think that they knew that he was going to go into the environmental park and take his own life. However, I do believe they knew that he killed Gabby. They knew something bad happened. Now, come on, folks. I mean, she lived there in the house with them. They'd leave him go on a road trip. When he got back, they were like, where in the hell is Gabby at? What happened? They grilled the hell out of him. I mean, I understand protecting your kid. I am a mama grizzly bear, but, I can't protect my kid if my kid is hurting somebody else. You know what I mean? That'd be a hard place to be in, but you'd have to do the right thing. Now, I grew up with the guy. I used to stay all night with my brother. He ended up, when he was an adult, killing his girlfriend. He pushed her off the porch, broke her neck. Then he dismembered her body, and he tried to burn some of it. His sister walked up on him at his house and saw what he was doing, and she went and told their dad. And his daddy turned him in. He turned him in. He did the right thing. True story. I've told this story before. Yeah, the guy's name is Michael Dotson. Yeah, he always was a little weirdo. But him and his girlfriend got into it over drugs. She was quite a few years older than him. And he pushed her. They had this big high porch, right? Underneath the porch on the ground was big old rocks, boulders, whatever the hell you want to call them, natural rocks, right? So he pushed her off and it broke her neck. Yeah, he never was right. I remember my brother telling me that Michael would be down the road trying to hold down his Aunt Jean's poodle and do stuff to it. My brother came home. I was like, he's not right in the head. He never was right. My mom, she saw him right before the murder happened, and he asked about me and my brothers and everything. She said he was nice as he could be. His wife was with him, girlfriend. I think they were married. And people wonder why I don't date. Yeah, I know. It's scary. It's scary. If you're going to go out on a date with somebody, do a background check, and that don't mean you're going to be safe, you know? Um, but anyhow, let's see. Is there anything else? Let me go look and see if they have anything else up about the laundries. I'd say this case is closed, in my opinion. I mean, they know that, he killed Gabby. I know people say, well, he wasn't convicted in a court of law. Well, use common sense. We're not in the damn court of law, you know? He was the last one with her. She goes missing. He comes all the way home to Florida without her. Come on, he did something to her. Let's see. I don't see anything but the for sale signs. New Brian Laundrie speculation as parents seen retracing steps in Sluice Point out 7. Okay, let's read this. New Brian Laundrie speculation as parents seen retracing steps in Sluice Point out 7 unanswered questions. Web sleuths say that several unanswered questions related to the Brian Laundrie investigation still remain after his parents were spotted retracing his steps. Pictures show Chris and Roberta Laundrie walking in the Florida wilderness on Tuesday, weeks after coroners confirmed that their son died from a single gunshot wound to the head. Okay, let's go on down. Laundrie's parents each carried a backpack as they trawled through the campgrounds that investigators and volunteers endlessly combed during search efforts that lasted weeks. Following a 3-hour morning journey deep into the backcountry, Chris and Roberta reemerged holding hands as they walked back to their car. It's the first time that they were at the site since Laundrie's skeletal remains were unearthed on October 20th. I just don't think this is like breaking news. Of course, I mean, if your son, if the shoe was on the other foot and your child died there, wouldn't you go back there? I would. Maybe they're still looking for answers themselves. Who knows? Okay, let's move on from that. Prayers for Gabby's family. She's such a beautiful young lady. You could tell she was really sweet. You could tell she had nerve problems, so. Hey, faithful one. If I missed anybody saying hi, sorry. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Now let's go on and look at what's going on with Sicko Ghislaine Maxwell, as I like to call her, Maxwell. She's on trial. Now, I believe it was yesterday, a victim testified that she was 14 years old when Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein started sexually abusing her. They both did it, and it just turned into this orgy. That's what she said, these sick mofos. I told Mark yesterday, I said, Ghislaine Maxwell is one of the sickest bitches I've ever read about in my life. She is one of the sickest ones ever. One of the sickest women. I kid you not. She's worse than Eileen Warnos ever thought about being. Just in a different way. Okay, so there's the weirdo. Let's see. A woman who testified At socialite Ghislaine Maxwell's trial Tuesday said she was sexually abused by financier Jeffrey Epstein, but sometimes Maxwell would join in. Sick bitch. Jane testified in court Tuesday that in 94, she began hanging out with Epstein at his upscale home, which ultimately turned into this orgy during her visits. Mm-mm-mm. The victim, who said she was only 14 years old when the abuse began, recalled Maxwell participating alongside Jeffrey Epstein and others. Lord have mercy. She, along with others, would just start taking their clothes off. Jeffrey would get on the massage table, the woman said, explaining that Maxwell was involved. It just turned into this orgy. Maxwell is currently on trial for allegedly conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to sexually abuse minors. Maxwell was present the first time Epstein met the victim, and it was Maxwell who approached the team while carrying a small puppy. God almighty. My classmates left, and I was there by myself eating my ice cream, and the man sat across from me, she explained. He, Jeffrey Epstein, seemed very interested to know what I thought about the camp. What kind of camp is this? The victim said Epstein told her that he was a benefactor who gave scholarships to musically gifted children. He later called the victim's mother and invited them both to his Palm Beach mansion, where Maxwell was present. Afterward, the victim said she would visit Epstein's lavish home around once a week or once every 2 weeks. The New York Times reported that the victim said the abuse started when Epstein asked her to follow him into a pool house during one of the visits. He then, oh my gosh, I hate to say this, he then masturbated in front of her. Afterward, he would touch my breast, he would touch my JJ, the victim said. Epstein was in jail awaiting his own trafficking trial in 2019 when he was found dead in his cell. His death was ruled a suicide. Ghislaine Maxwell avoided arrest for a year before investigators found her at a secluded property in New Hampshire and brought her to New York to stand trial. She's been cuffed and stuffed ever since. She's tried every way in the world to get out on bond. It's not helped. Saying her hair was falling out. She is one of the nastiest people. I mean, the guards had to make her flush her toilet and stuff, guys. The stench was just so bad, and her cell was nasty. That's why her hair's falling out. Earlier this week, Maxwell's attorney, Bobby Sternheim, not only portrayed Ghislaine as a victim, but she also portrayed the 4 accusers who will testify as in it for money. The accusers have shaken the money tree. The millions of dollars have fallen their way, Sternheim said. Maxwell has pleaded not guilty to all charges against her, and her attorneys have spent much of the last year insisting that she was being mistreated in jail and should be released on bail. U.S. District Court Judge Allison Nathan denied bond for Maxwell. Maxwell is the daughter of British media mogul Robert Maxwell, who fell off his yacht, the Lady Ghislaine, in 1991 and died. That's suspicious. She probably had him killed so she can inherit all of his money. Socialite. Can you believe weirdos like this are just born with the silver spoon in their mouth? Makes me sick. I tell you, in my eyes, her being a woman and doing this to other women, she's worse than Epstein. I mean, in my mind, they're both, pieces of crap, scum of the earth. Don't deserve to, they ain't worth airing a damn jug. But for her to be a woman and go bait these young girls in, this one young girl said how she would groom these young girls. She would invite them over, start giving them money, alcohol, things like that. Then she'd put on porn. She's slowly getting them into it, She'd put on porn for them to watch. Then she'd start undressing in front of them. Then she'd want them to undress, preparing them for Jeffrey Epstein and her to sexually abuse. It's so sick. I hate that bitch. Gosh damn liar is what she is. Yes, I have read some of the, what's that called? You'll know what I mean. The indictment, some of her indictments. And they got a lot of evidence against her. She is guilty as hell. I'm just wondering, was like she in love with Jeffrey Epstein? Was he, I guess he was just paying her big money to go lure these young girls in. And they prey on girls that was poor, from lived in a house with only one parent or something, lived in a bad neighborhood. That's the kind of girls they preyed on. Okay, I see something about the Murdock murders. I still want to call them Murdaugh. Here, panicked Paul and Maggie Murdock call 911 as housekeeper lays bleeding from her hand. Anyways, Ghislaine Maxwell, she's gonna be booked and cooked. She's done been cuffed and stuff. She's gonna be booked and cooked for the rest of her damn life. Wait and see. She's not getting out of this. The days of these rich and powerful people getting by with this stuff is over with. Hey, Kara. Yes, mine started at 4 is my first memory. The start of it. Yeah, me too, Linda. Okay, let's see what else is going on, guys. Let me go back here. I just put this up. I believe y'all know about the Murdock murders. I know we've not talked about in a while. Paul and Maggie found dead. From prominent family, South Carolina. Dad was a big attorney. Still don't know who did it. And then the dad, Alex Murdock, tried to fake a suicide. He hired this guy to kill him because if he committed suicide, the life insurance wouldn't pay off, and he wanted his other son to be taken care of. So he hired this guy to kill him instead, right? Of course, it was botched. He didn't die. He only got grazed in the head by the freaking bullet. And then it turns out if he had died, his son wasn't getting any insurance money because there was like a little clause in there or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he wouldn't have got the money any damn ways. I swear, I believe Alex Murdock killed his wife and son. I do. He is shady as hell. So the housekeeper, what we're getting ready to read about is the housekeeper. The day their housekeeper, when was that? 2018, the day their housekeeper fell, and she later died from her injuries. And then Alex Murdock got her sons, Satterfield's sons, to hire an attorney that he knew he was friends with, like to sue his insurance company, right? So they could get money. But he ended up scamming Mistress Satterfield's sons and kept like $5 million. I kid you not. Okay. On Tuesday, South Carolina State Police released a 911 audio in connection with the Murdoch family's housekeeper. My housekeeper is fallen and her head is bleeding. I can't get her up, Maggie Murdock said to 911 dispatcher after their longtime housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield, supposedly fell down an outdoor flight of stairs at the residence in Hampton. Satterfield, who had worked for the Murdoch family for decades, died in 2018 after supposedly falling down a flight of brick steps at the Murdoch family home. South Carolina lawyer Alex Murdock, who is being investigated for fraud in Satterfield's death, is alleged to have taken $3.4 million from the two sons of his late housekeeper. Well, this morning I heard in a video they said it was $5 million. So who knows? Still a lot of money. In September of this year, Satterfield's sons filed a lawsuit accusing Alex, attorney Corey Fleming, and Hampton banker Chad Westendorf of stealing millions from their late mother's estate, which included payouts from a wrongful death settlement. During the 911 call, it was never explained how Satterfield slipped and fell in the Murdoch home, but Maggie explained they found her bleeding at the bottom of 8 brick steps. She worked for that family for a long time. She probably knew all kinds of their secrets. I'm thinking someone did this to her. Maybe she knew too much. I'm telling you. Alex's youngest son, Paul, is also heard on the 911 call, explaining that Satterfield was bleeding and had a crack on her head. Ma'am, she can't talk. She cracked her head. There's blood on the concrete. She's bleeding out of her left ear, Paul said. We're going to listen to the call. Police arrested Alex Murdock on September 16th and charged him with stealing insurance settlement money from Satterfield's family, as well as other financial crime allegations. This was weeks after he allegedly hired an ex-client, Curtis Smith, to fatally shoot him so his surviving son could receive a $10 million life insurance payout. On September 4th, Murdock, age 53, called 911 from Hampton County claiming someone had shot him in the head. A day before the shooting, he was forced out of his family's law firm amid allegations he misappropriated funds, that he was stealing money from the client's accounts. He announced he was entering a rehabilitation for drugs 2 days after the shooting. He was charged with insurance fraud in connection with the September 4th shooting, while Smith was charged with assisted suicide, conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, and insurance fraud. Smith has denied involvement in the apparent suicide for hire plot. Both men were eventually freed on bond. The disgraced lawyer allegedly devised the suicide plot following the murders of his wife and son, Maggie and Paul, age 52 and 22. On June 7th, Alex called 911 claiming he discovered Maggie and Paul fatally shot near some dog kennels on their 1,700-acre estate in Colton County. Let's see. Let's listen to this. I'll have to mute or it'll echo.
38 seconds, February 2, 2018.
Hold on.
Come here. 911, where's your emergency? 4147 Moselle Road.
Okay, can you give me the address one more time, make sure I got it right?
Yes, 4147 Moselle Road.
Okay, what's going on out there?
I'm sorry?
What's going on out there?
My housekeeper has fallen and her head is bleeding. I cannot get her up.
Okay, you said she's fallen. She's bleeding from the head?
Yes.
Okay. How old is she?
I'm not sure, like 58 maybe.
Do you know if she fell from standing or not?
No.
Where'd she fall from?
She fell going up the steps, up the brick steps.
Okay, so she outside or inside?
Outside.
Okay. How many steps is there?
8.
Okay, is she on the ground or is she up near the
She's
top?
on the ground. She's on the ground.
Is she conscious?
No, not really.
Is she awake at all?
Yes.
Okay. Is she just not like responding appropriately, but she is awake?
Man, she's not responding.
Okay, I've already got them on the way. Me asking questions does not slow them down, man.
Damn.
Knowing if she's conscious is one of the things that the medic needs to know if she's responding at all to you.
No.
Okay, so she's not responsive at all.
Well, I mean, she's mumbling.
Okay, so she is somewhat conscious. Is she breathing okay?
Yes.
Is she bleeding from anywhere?
Yes, her head.
Okay, are you guys able to control the bleeding?
No.
Can you
I
put
haven't
a
even
clean
tried.
rag or anything on it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, is she bleeding from like her face, the back of the head?
I've got an
neck?
ambulance coming. Sir, my name what?
Where exactly is she bleeding from on her head?
I'm not sure. At the top of her head.
Okay.
I'd say somebody pushed her down the steps, what I think.
Okay. Oh, God.
What happened?
She just fell back down. Can I get off this phone so I can go down there?
Can I have your name and phone number, or are you able to bring the phone down by her?
What?
Are you on a cell phone where you can walk down there
I'm
and
on
talk?
a cell phone. No.
Okay, can you bring it with you so we can ask her some questions about what kind of pain she's having?
She can't talk, lady. She don't sound frantic to me either, Linda.
Hello?
Yeah, can you ask the patient what kind of pain she's having?
Ma'am, she can't talk.
Okay, do you know,
She's cracked her head and there's blood on the concrete and she's bleeding out of her left ear.
okay, she's bleeding out of her ear?
And out of her head. She's cracked her skull.
Okay. All right, the other lady said that she had tried to stand up and fell down again?
No, I was holding her up. And
Okay.
she told me to turn her loose and she was trying to use her arm, but then she fell back over.
Okay, do you guys know who she is?
Yes, she works for us.
Okay, do you know if she's ever had a stroke or anything before?
Ma'am, can you stop asking her these
I
questions?
already have them on the way. Me asking questions does not slow them down in any way. These are relevant questions that I have to ask for the ambulance. One of my questions is, has she ever had a stroke?
I don't believe she's ever had a stroke now that I know that.
Okay. Okay, is she able to talk to you guys at all, or is she unconscious now?
She's not unconscious. She's just mumbling.
Okay.
I believe she's maybe hit her head and had.
See how they talk to people.
Okay. Do you know her
Because they're
name is?
rich.
Gloria Satterfield.
You said Sanderfield?
Ma'am?
You said Sanderfield?
Satterfield.
Satterfield. Okay, what's the house look like out there?
It's offset off the road.
Okay.
It's a big house, got a long driveway.
With a long driveway?
Yeah,
Is there a gate or anything down there that they're going to need to come through?
There's two big brick columns that have to come through.
Okay, but there's no, like, gate code or anything that they need?
No, ma'am. And tell them that they can look for a fellow on a 6x6 Ranger.
Okay.
Waiting on them in the road is green. You know what they probably know what the Ranger looks like.
Yeah. You said, like,
Fella's
green.
got on a black sweater,
Okay.
a hat, and pants.
Okay. All right.
All right.
If something changes with her, if she loses consciousness or anything like that, I need one of you guys to call me back right away, okay?
Okay, well, how long is it going to take? Because this take us.
That I don't know. I've had them on the way since Maggie first called me. They were toned right away.
Okay.
All right, but I think they're coming. Hang on 1 minute. Let me check. They're coming from somewhere on Belt Highway in Ruffin, okay? That's where their station is.
Thank you.
All right, but like I said, if something changes, call me back.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't know about y'all, but I would have been frantic. I believe someone pushed her. Kathy, I used to clean homes for the wealthy, and they do have a lot of secrets. Yeah, my granny used to clean a house for this wealthy woman, and this woman, she had an affair on her husband for like 20-some years. He never did find out about it. Of course, I knew about it because my granny had come home talking about it, gossiping. Anyways, the Murdock family, they're tied to Stephen Smith's cold case. He was a young man. It was rumored he was messing around with somebody in the Murdock family. Anyways, he was found dead beside the highway. They tried to say like it was a hit and run, but there was no glass, there was no skid marks, and allegedly had blunt force trauma to the back of the head. When the Murdock family was contacted by the police, they would not cooperate with police. They lawyered up. Now, why? If you didn't have anything to do with it, this is a young man in your community. Wouldn't you want to cooperate so his mom and a twin sister could find out what happened to him? Something's not right with that. And then there's Mallory Beach, which Paul killed her. He was drunk, driving a boat, some more friends, driving erratically. He hit something. Anyways, little Mallory, she was through from the boat, and it took them a week to find her body. So when he died, he was in trouble for that. And being sued by Mallory's family. Money and secrets can get you killed, yeah. Especially in these damn small towns. There's a lot of crooked people, wealthy people in small towns. Well, they're everywhere, I guess. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on. See if I can find anything else about them. I've not checked on this case in a while. So Alex is what great grandfather is the one who founded that law firm. What a disgrace he's been to the family name. Let's see. Just what we listened to, the 911 calls. I see. I think they did something to Gloria Satterfield. Alex may have pushed her. He may have had this schemed out, y'all, to push Gloria Satterfield down the steps, kill her, then talk her sons in to hiring one of his attorney friends and suing his house insurance. Right? Because all along he planned to con them out the money from it. And he did. He got all the money from it. I don't know what's going to happen. I think they just settled another lawsuit, if I'm not mistaken. Her sons did. Why they ever went along with that scheme, I'll never know. They should have known something was up when he was like, here, hire my attorney friend and sue my insurance company. They should have known something was up. Seems like they might be a little bit greedy themselves. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, there was a school shooting. Did y'all see that? Where was this at? Michigan. School shooting in Michigan, Oxford. Let's look at. I don't feel too good this morning. I have had a headache. I was up 3 o'clock in the morning taking Advil for a headache. Feels like sinus pressure. Okay. Oxford High School shooting suspect opened fire in hallway. Parents say 14-year-old girl among 3 killed. Goodness, it's the same age as my son. The small town of Oxford, Michigan is reeling after a deadly school shooting that killed 3 students on Tuesday. As Crime Online previously reported, 3 students are dead, 8 more people injured after a 15-year-old sophomore allegedly opened fire with a semi-automatic weapon at Oxford High School Tuesday afternoon. Authorities have not yet identified the male suspect in custody. CBS News reports Oakland County Undersheriff Michael McCabe, maybe it says that, McCabe, said at a press conference Tuesday that numerous 911 calls came in around 12:51 p.m., reporting shots fired. He said that one of the deputies who apprehended the suspect was a school resource officer on campus as the shooting began, and the suspect was in custody within 5 minutes after the first 911 calls came in. According to the report, the deceased victims are a 14-year-old girl, 16-year-old boy, and a 17-year-old girl. Among the injured, one is a teacher, 7 are students. Rob Guzanek told clickindetroit.com that his special needs daughter was at the school at the time of the shooting. While physically unharmed, she had to remain locked in a teacher's office for an hour after the shooting stopped. He told the news outlet that he believes the suspect began shooting in the hallway. Goodness gracious. These kids are pretty broken up. They were saying it was right in the middle of the hallway when the shooting took place. They're traumatized, a lot of confusion. Authorities have not yet released the names of deceased victims or condition of the injured victims. Okay, that's all about it. That's crazy. That is scary. Here's the thing. These parents need to lock their damn guns up. I mean, if you're going to be a gun owner, be a responsible gun owner. I mean, how in the hell did he have access to a semi-automatic? It don't say. Let's see. It didn't say how old he was, did it? No, I don't see his age here. Well, we'll find out eventually what his name is. Hey, prayers for everybody involved. It's so scary. I think about my own kid. Oh my gosh. What if that happened at Timothy's school? I mean, there's no metal detectors there. There's nothing there. We live in a small town, small county. They should have some metal detectors. But here's something. You cannot get down the hallways to the classrooms. I don't know about the high school, but because they just built the high school a while back. But the grade school, you cannot get down the hallway to the classrooms. It's locked. And there's like another way in through the office, though, I think. But anyways, it always worries me. His father just bought the gun. Drink lots of water, Cece. See, that's my problem. I've not been drinking no water, Melanie. I have not felt good. I was sick at my stomach this morning. I thought it might have been my blood pressure. I know people's got the right to bear arms in America. Hey, but if you're going to have guns, you need to be responsible. You're not supposed to keep loaded guns. And you're supposed to have them locked up if you've got kids. I don't care if you think your kid, would never touch a gun or not. They should still be locked up. That's my opinion about it. See something about Josh Duggar from that TV show Counting On. He's a real weirdo. Oh, they're Wednesday opening statements is going to start for his trial on child pornography charges. Why don't you look at this weirdo, y'all? I guess that show's not going to be on anymore. Well, they had the Counting On, and then it came out he'd raped his cousin and sisters. Duggar family didn't really do nothing about it, so they took that show off, and it just was showing his sisters. What was the name of that show on TLC? I can't remember, but I bet it's canceled now too. Duggar, who appeared in TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, was charged in April with 2 counts of downloading and possessing child pornography. A jury was seated in the case Tuesday, which is being tried in Fayetteville in northwest Arkansas. U.S. District Judge Timothy Brooks had yet to rule whether the jury can hear about allegations that Duggar sexually assaulted a girl in 2003. Prosecutors want the jury to hear testimony from a Duggar family friend in whom Duggar confided. Wouldn't that be hearsay, though? But Duggar's defense attorney say Duggar was never charged and that the allegations have no relevance to the child pornography case. Well, I think it has a lot of relevance because this shows a pattern of behavior with him that goes way back to when he was a teenager messing with his cousin and sisters. Duggar, 33, faces up to 20 years in prison and fines up to $250,000 on each count if convicted. He's going to be convicted. Federal Homeland Security agent in May testified the pornographic images depicting the sexual abuse of children, including toddlers, had been downloaded May 2019 by a computer at the car dealership that Duggar owned. So he pleaded not guilty in the case, and his attorneys have said they plan to defend his case aggressively and thoroughly. Hold on one second, guys. Let me mute just 1 second. Okay, sorry, guys. Mark was telling me he's going to take Skylar with him to his mom's. So let's go out there and run around. Okay, let's see. TLC pulled 19 Kids and Counting in 2015 over revelations that Duggar had molested 4 of his sisters and a babysitter. Duggar's parents said he confessed to the fondling and apologized. Duggar's trial begins as his father, Jim Bob Duggar, is running in a special election for a vacant state Senate seat in northwest Arkansas. They're a cult, guys. Jim Bob Duggar was also featured prominently on the TLC show and previously served in the Arkansas House. The primary election for the open seat is December 14th. Well, I hope the hell he don't win. Hey, they're a freaking cult. They're freaking Christians, but there's some of them people, you got to wear a long dress or you're sinning. You can't cut your hair or you're sinning. And women ain't good for nothing but clean house and having babies. And they marry them off real young. Oh, they won't let them go out on a date or hug or nothing when they're teenagers. They got to do a side hug. If they want a suitor or a girlfriend to come, they got to have like a chaperone. And then they'll marry them off. You might as well say if you see someone there at their house starting to date one of the girls, you might as well say that's going to be their damn husband. That's the way it goes. It's a damn cult. A damn cult. I can't stand that weirdo. I got to take his picture down. I'm just wondering, like his wife Anna standing by his side, she's a complete freaking weirdo too. I felt bad for her when this first happened. Not no more. I mean, what's wrong with her? If he'll molest one kid, who's say he won't molest his own kids? He molest his sisters? Can't tell me that thoughts never went through her mind. Hey, I wonder if he's messed with her girls. She's thought about that. But for her to stand by his side is completely sick. I don't care what their damn religion says. Hey, Deb, how are you doing? I bet many of his sisters were abused by him. Toddlers. What the hell? Yeah. One article when this first happened, I read the FBI agent said these were some of the worst child pornographic pictures he had ever seen in his career. He'd been there like 20 some years. Some of the worst. Lord, I don't even want to. Gosh, get that thought out of my head. When I talk about it, I can just see flash in front of my eyes. That sick bastard. I guarantee he's molested his own kids. Freaking the sheets. Hello, everyone. I can't believe Anna stands by him. They have kids so sad. I like it. They freaking the sheets. I heard that. Yeah, I mean, I felt bad for her at first. And I know a lot of people's going to say, oh, but see, it's because of her religion. Hey, screw that. Screw that. She needs to divorce his ass. Nobody is going to think bad of her but the weirdos in their damn cult. And they're nobodies. The way they view women and stuff is disgusting. It really is. It's disgusting. They're not good for anything but to pop out babies left and right. Do housework. The man tells them what to do. Hey, Dan. Welcome. Okay. Let's see what else is going on in the world before I get off here. How long have I been on? Okay. Yeah, it's about time for me to get off. I can only stream about an hour, guys. And my ADHD, it won't let me sit here a long time. Plus, I got my fur baby in there, Smokey. He'll be looking for me in a minute. Okay, let me just scroll the true crime. Motel owner sexually assaults violence victim placed in his motel for protection. Oh gosh, I don't want to read about that. The little girl that we read about, when was that, Monday? Remember, she's from Indiana. She was like found downstream the water. His dad drowned. Her dad was found submerged in the water in a truck. He's alive. Anyways, they found drug paraphernalia, needle, meth in his vehicle. But now they're saying that he gave conflicting statements. What's this little girl's name? Emma Sweet. She looks sweet as she can be, bless her little heart. Why in the hell was this kid with this weirdo to begin with? He's got a history of being violent and a history of abusing drugs, hard drugs. Look at her, so sweet. The Indiana man who was found Friday in a truck submerged in a river was reportedly found with drug paraphernalia and provided cops with conflicting accounts regarding his toddler daughter's whereabouts. The missing 2-year-old Emma Sweet was found dead Sunday in the White River, roughly 2.5 miles from where duck hunters found her father alive in a submerged truck. After being rescued from the truck, police found Jeremy Sweet in possession of a needle, drug paraphernalia. Jeremy and Emma were last seen together on Wednesday. The girl's mother reported them missing the next day. Jeremy Sweet remains hospitalized for hypothermia. The county sheriff, Matt Myers, said he provided conflicting accounts on several instances regarding his daughter's whereabouts. He initially told police that she was with him when he drove off the 15 to 20 foot embankment. Later, he claimed he dropped her off before the incident, according to Sheriff Myers. Despite the contradictory stories Jeremy Sweet allegedly provided, Myers said his comments made us believe that probably she was in the water with him. Indiana Department of Natural Resource Captain Jet Quillen told reporters that while it is possible for a car to drive into the water where Jeremy Sweet's truck was found, a driver would have to veer off the road and over a barrier to get into the water. That is something that is being looked at because it is not a scenario where you can just accidentally drive into it, Quillen commented. Jeremy Sweet was placed on a 72-hour hold so police can complete their investigation, present it to the prosecutor's office. He's not been charged in connection with his daughter's death. So the Star reported the coroner's office is in the process of determining Emma Sweet's cause of death. Bless her sweetheart. She should be here getting excited for Christmas. Why did the mom, and I'm not blaming her, but I mean, I guess I am in a way, because he has been like charged for domestic violence. He's violent. He's got a drug problem. So why was Emma with him to begin with? I want to know these things. Like, you cannot trust someone that is shooting up meth, smoking meth, snorting meth. You cannot trust somebody like that. He was passed out. He might have been up a few days on meth and drove off the road. Yeah, but like, how'd she get out of the car and wash downstream out the truck? I think he probably killed her while he was messed up. And put her in the river and went up the road a little ways and act like he ran off the road. Whatever he did, they will find out. I say hashtag justice for little Emma. We'll follow this. Well, thanks for sharing, Dan. I found it so interesting. The last few terrorist attacks that have happened in the UK have done minimal damage and ended up shot as a result. I'm telling you, it's not safe to go anywhere. Crap, there's just some people that was mowed down at what was it, a Christmas parade? A little 8-year-old was killed. I'm telling you, there's some real weirdos in the world. Real weirdos. Makes me afraid to go anywhere. Of course, I'm going to keep going places, but hey, when I'm out in Walmart or the movie theaters, I'm always looking around, looking for weirdos, looking for the closest exit in case something goes down. Because you just never know. I always tell Timothy when we go to the movies, hey, if anything happens, you do what I say. Don't ask questions. Uh-oh. My little schnauzer's up, guys. He's in there grunting. Bless his heart. It's blind as a bat. I'm going to have to get off here and go see what he wants. Probably by the time I get off here and go in here, he'll probably have peed in my living room. I'm glad I don't have carpet in there. He can't help it. He can't hold it. We don't have guns too much here, which is good. We did have people mow down people in London Bridge a few years ago. But again, they got shot pretty quick by our police force. I remember that. And then I remember a terrorist over there attacked people with a knife, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. There's been so many that's happened. So many cases. It's crazy. Yes, CC in Wisconsin. Oh, okay. Well, guys, it has been fun. I'm going to get off here and I will see y'all. I'll see the channel members tomorrow night. Thursday night. I'm going to do a stream. When I get off here, I'm going to set it up and then I'll share it in a community post so that y'all can find the stream. I don't know if I'm liking this every other day deal. I mean, it gives me more time to do things around my house if I don't stream every morning during the week, but I don't know. I guess I just need some time to get used to it. It feels weird. I may go back to streaming Monday through Friday eventually when I have more time. Anyways, toodles, Melanie. Toodles, everybody. Love y'all. Be safe, be kind, and peace. Oh, yeah, I wanted to tell y'all something. Y'all, I got more followers on TikTok now than I do on YouTube. So I may start streaming a little bit from there, stream on TikTok and on YouTube at the same time. Maybe. I'm going to try to get monetized on there, but I think you're going to have like a ton of views. I think I got enough followers to be monetized, but I just need the views. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, peace. Merry Christmas.